Some funding is provided by John A. Cook, Certified Public Accountant at 105 East Main Street in Westfield.
The Chautauqua Integrated Delivery System. Our community of doctors is pleased to announce their affiliation with Senior Choice. Senior Choice fills in where your Medicare coverage leaves off.
Fairpoint Communications, formerly C&E Telephone, providing telephone, internet, and data services, is proud to fund this broadcast of Senior Report.
Some funding is provided by State Senator Catherine M. Young.
Absolute Care of Westfield, committed to returning the favor to those who have spent a lifetime caring for others. Located on 26 Cass Street in Westfield, New York.
Some funding is provided by the Lakeview Hotel and Restaurant, located on Water Street near the lake in Mayville.
Live from the Chuck Kelsey Television Studio at Access Channel 5 in Mayville, it's Senior Report with Reed Powers. Call in and participate in Chautauqua County's only live call-in senior program. Share a thought or wish someone a happy birthday. Saturday mornings between 9 and 10 a.m. And now, here's Reed Powers.
And what a beautiful day in Chautauqua County. The world is spinning. It's just terrific out there, isn't it? A little bit of rain to, that's for the deer hunters, you know. The bow hunters are out there, and the archers. And if there's a little bit of water on the ground, it's very good for deer hunting because the deer can't hear you. When the ground is dry, they hear the rustling of the leaves, and they have a very, very acute hearing. They can hear you a mile away, and they'll run like hell. They won't stay anywhere near you. And so there are going to be a lot of deer hunters out there in the woods today. And of course, very shortly we have the gun season, and everybody picks up their 50 pounds worth of venison if they're lucky enough to shoot one, and then they spend $60 to have it fixed up at the refrigerator at the freezer. They have it cut up and frozen, and they spend about $1,000 on their cars and the guns and the ammunition and everything. So they pay approximately, somebody decided, $2,380 a pound for venison, unless you get a roadkill. That's the secret, guys. You see a fresh kill along the road, toss it in your trunk and run like hell. In the meantime, you could make it legal by calling the police saying, I found this deer, can I have it? And they used to have forms you filled in and all kinds of stuff, and they wouldn't let you have it. They used to cart it over the county farm and give it to the poor. But now, take the damn thing. Who wants it? You know, nobody takes dead deer anymore off the road. But there's a lot of good venison goes to waste that way. And if you're lucky enough to be right behind somebody who hits a deer, and the deer is still warm, but brother, pick it up quick, gut it, almost immediately. You got to carry a big knife in your car, and you carry a few garbage bags, you know, and an axe. Life is sweet in Chautauqua County. Grow your own food out in your backyard. Okay, I got a great program coming up for you. We're going to be talking about the Girl Scouts of America. And we have a Girl Scout with us, and she's going to have a wonderful chat with us and tell us all about it. And then since she's 14 at least, I'm going to take her out to dinner and maybe a little cocktail later. It's Halloween, guys. Don't forget it. Halloween is tonight. And also at the end of Halloween, after you've given the candy to the kiddies, don't forget to set your clock forward. Back. Which way is it? We set it back. Okay, set it back. You set it forward, or you'll be two hours late to Mass. Okay. And also, don't forget to vote. Voting's coming up on Tuesday, okay? Next Tuesday, go down and vote and throw all the bums out. That's the only way to do it. All right. Now, I don't know. There's all kinds of fun stuff going on. I got a couple of notes here for the senior clubs. You know, we have the greatest clubs in the world here in this county. They are so terrific. Let's see, the Dunkirk Federated. Let me talk about them very briefly. Betty Korzeniowski brings the meeting to order. She's the president, long-suffering president. Well, all these groups, they don't get any money, but they get a lot of headaches, and they do it all for nothing out of the goodness of their heart. And she told us that they had Josie Wazinski read a wonderful one. She's a chaplain over there, a wonderful poem, God's Treasures on Earth. And I guess somehow or the other, a lot of us are those. And don't forget to take a few minutes out every day and meditate. And remember what a good person you are, how beautiful you are. I want to say happy birthday over there to Ruth McCoyak. Ruth McCoyak is a very hard-working member of that crowd in Dunkirk Federated Seniors who is known all over the world for her good works. ARP is going to have a class, and you get point reduction or points off for your for the course. It's the safe driving. It used to be called, I might add, 55 Alive, because you had to be 55, but then it's an AAR program, so you could be 50 and get it, and now they've opened it up to anybody at all. But it's basically designed for seniors, 55 Alive course, because they teach you things that seniors should know. You know, when you get older, you're not quite as fast as you used to be. Your responses drop, your response time is not as good, and so you have to change your way of driving. For instance, it's not wise to take a left. If you can go around the block and take a right, that's a much better way to do it, guys. Don't ever back up unless you have to, but only back up just as far as you need to back up, looking carefully. Another little pointer is carry some pantyhose. And tell your wife why you've got them, incidentally, because she may find them in your trunk. Actually, pantyhose are a wonderful little thing to have because if you lose a fan belt, which does happen fairly often, you can't go anywhere. But if you take a pantyhose and you just tie it around the belts, the two points of the belt, the two gears, and tighten it up very tight, it'll run it. Believe it or not, it'll work just like a fan belt. It's not forever, but it'll get you to the nearest gas station where you can get a fan belt put in, or whatever kind of belt you need, you know, a radiator belt or a whatchamacallit belt. I don't know what's in cars. I never looked in a car. When I have something wrong with my car, I take it to the mechanic. Say it's making a funny sound, and that's it. It goes. I learned to imitate the sound so I can tell them exactly what it is. All right, Casadega crowd over there. I want to say they're doing this course, and I get over there and do it. It's very cheap. It's like $12 or something, and it's very fun. I take the course every 3 years. It's good for 3 years, and it's good for 10% off most of your insurance, I might add. So it pays you handsomely. For 3 years, you get 10% off your insurance. Hey! Can you beat that? And it's kind of fun. You have 2 sessions. They run a couple hours, and you have coffee, and you have donuts, and you sit and rap with your friends, and you watch a couple of movies, and you scratch yourself, and you fool around. Then away you go home. And that's it. You got your points. They give you a little certificate. And if you have points on your license, they'll remove them, a certain number of them. And I've always insisted that, you know, it's very important. I take this course. I've never had a point in my life. But the point is, if I do get one later, can I use it? Oh, no. You got to have the point already. You can't save the points up. All right, enough of that. What do we got here? Incidentally, we're on YouTube now. If you want to watch this show again, you can watch it ad nauseum. Of course, you can watch it right in the Westfield area. And every day it runs at 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock. And in Dunkirk and Fredonia and Silver Creek, it runs once every day. I don't know. It depends on the place. You can find out. So you can't miss this show, and you get all important information, such as the fact that senior citizens are not going to get any kind of this Congress, those lion slugs are telling us that there is no inflation this year. How do they know? Incidentally, they just voted themselves a big raise. So we're not going to get a cost of living. We're guaranteed we won't just be starving to death, but they've been cheating us with their so-called phony federal figures, the core, the core inflation and the schmoozer inflation and the bagawula inflation. It's all hokey pokey. We're getting hellish inflation right now. And according to the government's own figures, since 2002 to 2008, last year, we lost 50% of our purchasing power. And now this year they're telling us, oh, there's going to be no inflation at all. You're not going to get anything. Oh, they did find there's some inflation in our medical That's going to go up.